right now or give it a few?
Yeah. Okay.
Good morning, or I'm sorry, good afternoon, everyone. How are we today? Welcome to our third part of our webinar series where we'll be going over metrics of your social media accounts. We will be discussing Facebook and Instagram. If you have any questions about Twitter, please let us know and we can walk you through that individually. But for now, we're going to begin with Facebook.
So we're just gonna give it a few more minutes to let everyone come in and we'll get started. If you have an icebreaker, Nakia, you know.
I do have an icebreaker. Since more people are going out and socializing, what is the one thing you're looking forward to doing this weekend?
For me, I'm going to where I'll be going to law school to look at apartments, but hopefully I'm gonna go sightseeing and see what they have out there.
Oh, nice. So tell us about law school.
I mean, it's not much to tell. It hasn't started yet.
Are you excited? We're gonna miss you.
Yeah, I'm excited. Also scared. But
Are going to be fantastic. Fantastic. This is exciting. NC Counts is getting another lawyer, y'all.
Yeah. Thanks.
Me, I get to actually be a community engagement coordinator this weekend. I'm doing an event, so I'm pretty excited about that. We have an event here on Saturday. It's a voter registration drive, but since democracy isn't just voting, it is also the census and holding your politicians accountable. I'm excited to be participating in the event because I'm going to be talking about the census.
That's amazing. And speaking of events, next weekend is Juneteenth. So next week, my Black Council is having like a week of action. So please participate. The calendar on our website, nccensus.org, as well as myblackcountsnc.org. The calendar is being updated on there as more events come. So make sure you subscribe, add that to your own personal calendar. So you'll have the list of all the events that's going to happen.
And since we're doing all this social media, we need you to participate on social media.
Yeah,
so
well.
all the tweets, all the Facebook posts, all the Instagram posts.
Yes, a toolkit is also coming out with graphics and tweets and click to tweet links. So you don't have to type out the tweet yourself or copy and paste. You just click it, whatever Twitter profile you already have signed in, it'll post on your Twitter automatically. So look out for that toolkit as well. But without further ado, we can get started. Let me share my screen. There we go. Can everybody see that? Can you see it, Nikki?
I can.
Okay, just make sure.
Sorry, I was politely nodding.
Whenever you're ready.
So again, welcome to our third webinar. Today we will be going over tips on how to measure impact or increase your impact on your social media accounts. We will be going over our Facebook account and our Instagram accounts. If you have any questions about Twitter, we'd be happy to answer those. Just feel free to reach out to Beatrice or myself, and we will walk you through that process. And we're going to begin with Facebook. Oh, sorry. Here's our agenda. What we will discuss today, we're going to discuss where to locate your posts and impressions, how to increase impact on your posts, and then we'll have time for questions and answers.
So it'll be really quick today, nothing too long at all. But we're going to start off with Facebook. So an overall definition of insights is, long story short, is just basically giving you the metrics behind your post. So a lot of times when you scroll on social media or look at your own post that you posted yourself, you see like you can get likes, shares, and comments. We don't want to depend on that to determine how much of an impact we made on our audience, because a lot of people see those posts but don't react, don't comment, don't like, don't share them, but they saw it. So insights and impressions and whatever word they want to use depending on the app basically shows how many people saw the post and how many people might have, like, you know, sent it to their friends or maybe was about to comment but didn't comment. Like, it shows you everything from the back end. So all in all, that's what insights impressions are. So for Facebook, insights provide information about your page's performance as well as your posts, but right now we're talking about the page as a whole, like demographic data about your audience and how many people are responding to your posts. So that demographic data can include age, location, gender, etc. You can use these insights to understand how people are engaging with your page. So whether they might have shared your page to their friends for their friends to like, whether they might have, you know, messaged it to their friends. So there's a difference between inviting your friends to like the page as well as sharing the page to your friends. So that breaks that down as well. View metrics about your page's performance. Learn which posts have the most engagement and see when your audience is on Facebook. So it can also tell you when your audience, like everybody that's liked your page or, you know, replied to it, commented on it before, what times are they most likely to be on Facebook to engage with your post? So that also gives you an advantage as well. Because granted, in our last webinar, we talked about certain times to post on Facebook to get more engagement, but you can also check your metrics to see where are certain times for you, for your nonprofit, for your page to post to get your audience to engage. So to see the number of how many people viewed your page, and if anybody feels like they need to see this on an actual Facebook page, let me know. I can show you how, but these are just the steps right here. Click your insights at the top of your page. So Facebook pages can only be managed under a Facebook profile. So you actually have to have a Facebook profile in order to, you know, create a page or at least see these. Once you go into your Facebook pages section, so if you're on the browser, it's usually at the top, like in the 5 icons, or if you're on your phone, if you hit your settings on the right, it'll come up to get to your pages. And then once you click your pages, it shows you like a list of things on the left. Again, if you need to see this from the back end, I can show you, just let me know. You'll see it on the left and you click insights and then you click page views and then it's all right there for you. It breaks it down for you. In your page views, like we said, it shows your demographics. So it sections it off by posts, videos, and photos. And then it also tells you, you know, what type of people engage in it. So age, gender, country, city. Also, it tells you what type of device. Is that important? It depends on what you're sharing. Say, for instance, if you are sharing a link for someone to click, you know, fill out, and it's easier to fill out on a computer versus a mobile device, you know, you want to make your posts, you want to alter them to fit that person. Like if they're on their computer often, you can place links, you know, that people can fill out on their computer. But if they're on their phone, you want to make sure you upload something that someone can also do on their phone. So here we have metrics for your post. Metrics for your page posts are available as soon as the post published, and it's also updated as time goes on. So even if you posted something last week, it'll be there, I believe, for at least a year or forever. It truly depends on your page. It'll tell you. In the post section of highlights, you can see the following information, about your page's post: the number of people it reached, the post clicks, and the post clicks basically explains whether somebody opened the post, like if they tapped it, if they were about to comment but didn't comment, if they were trying to like but didn't like, you know, if they shared it or saved it to a friend. If they did anything on the post at all, it will be in that post clicks. So I'm just big on saying that you don't have to depend on likes to see how much of an impact you made. Your post clicks will tell you, because that means someone has saw your post and they've seen the information you're trying to provide to them. Reaction, comments, and shares, at the same time of you seeing that on the post without going in insights, is also in your insights. So reactions, you know, somebody likes it, laughed at it, loved it. If they comment, also if they shared it. And the total video views. So if you upload videos, again, you don't have to depend on your likes to determine if people saw it or not. You can also go to your video views, same way like YouTube. Post, reaction, comments, and shares. You can see this information by clicking Insights at the top of your page again, clicking Post on the left, and scroll down to all posts published and view the engagement section. So your reactions, comments, and shares are under engagement versus everything else being under Insights. Why do they separate it by two different words? I'm not too sure. I have to ask Facebook, but you know, that's how they have it set up. To see all this information for your page within a date range. So say, for instance, if you are a organization that does like quarterly information, like annual reports or anything like that, you can set up your dates from a specific start date to end date to see your insights as well as your engagements. Excuse me. So to go there, you would click Insights again at the top left, at the top page, at the top of your page, excuse me. I said top left, but it is at the top left. They didn't include that. Click Reach on the left, and then click your start and end dates in the top right, and scroll down to reaction, comments, and shares, and more, you know, or the reactions. And let me know if I'm going too fast at all. I could try to open this chat here so I can make sure I see you guys are saying anything. So for Instagram, so Nakia was supposed to share it, but I think she dropped off. The weather is getting a little, you know, hectic out there. So I'm gonna carry this on for her, no worries. For Instagram, you can find your data insights in 4 different places when using Instagram. For your overall account, it can be found in your homepage. And when you go to your settings, like on the top right-hand corner, so it's usually like a little 3 lines or a little work wheel. You click that and you click Insights. You can also go to your overall account insights by clicking your edit profile. And under each post, you can also view insights by clicking the 3 dots that's on the very top of the post above your like and comment bar. So you can do that as well. In your stories, if you post an Instagram story, you can view those insights by simply swiping up on your story. So once it's officially posted, if you swipe up, it'll be in the same place you have viewers. But if you click, it's like a little icon next to the eye. If you click that, those same insights will be there as well. You cannot view those insights unless your Instagram profile is a business profile or a content creator or any of those. If it is a personal Instagram profile, you will not be able to view those insights. But like we said in our first webinar, when creating a social media account for your organization, nonprofit, business, etc., you want to make sure you list it under as a business. Business does not always mean like, you know, it's profitable, because you can select non-profitable business, non-government organization, nonprofit, etc. So you can select those options, but you have to be listed as a business profile in order to see those insights. And for your IGTV, it's the same place. Click the 3 dots next to the like, comment, and forward bar, and then those insights will come up for that too. So there's various places you can view your insights. You cannot view your insights on a computer, unfortunately. You can only view them on the mobile app. Trust me, I've tried. But you should have your Instagram profile on your mobile app. Like we said in our first webinar, I believe second, excuse me, like we said in our second webinar, you don't have to hire a social media manager, but you do need to designate someone to manage social media because it does need to be on a mobile device. So that's how you view your insights. As far as, excuse me, not too far. Hi, Nakia. Are you back with us?
Oh, yeah. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
It's like a clicking.
I'm here. Sorry about that. There's a clicking?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna keep going. Let me know when you're
Still
ready.
clicking or no?
Yeah, it's still a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to try to call back.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay. So for different types of insights, what insights may show, in Facebook case, like, you know, there's different engagements, insights, interactions, whatever. For Facebook, we have interactions, activity, content, and audience. For interactions, it could show how many calls, comments. If you have a business profile, you have your email listed, it can also tell you how many times people have emailed you from your Instagram profile. Engagements, it'll list your engagements different. That's for your Instagram story. But we're going to talk about that. But briefly, it'll show how many people forwarded, exited, went back on your Instagram story. But we can get into that specifics when we get there. How many follows you got from a post. So if you was to post something and you hashtag and people found your post through a hashtag, it'll tell you how many times people have went to your profile through that hashtag to also follow them. Get directions, that's for posts. Say you tag a location in the post. So we have our food drive in Goldsboro, and we was to put the address of where the food drive is in Goldsboro. We can also see how many people has clicked that address to get the directions. Impressions shows how many times the content is displayed or showed by users. So if somebody was to share the post on their Instagram story or anything like that, it'll show that as well as your likes. I think Nikki is back with us.
I am.
Okay, yes, no more clicking. And I'm gonna let you carry it over.
Okay, great. So she went over what insights there are: calls, comments, emails, engagement, follows, get directions, impressions like profile visits, reach, saved, shares, text, and website clicks. Got it? So there's 3 sections to your post insights. There's content, activity, and audience. For content, that's how many posts and stories you posted this week. You can see a quick view of your selected interaction or looks your post got by week, by year, popularity. And selected interaction means which one you want to look at. So whether you want to look at comments, you can see how many comments you got by the week, by the year, popularity, so on and so forth. You can see how many profile visits, how many likes, how many shares, so on and so forth. It's going to also show an overview of your selected interaction on your stories. And finally, it'll show your insights on your promotions. Remember, promotions are paid promoting, you paying Instagram to promote your posts. Then we have activity. This shows your reach. And your reach is your total number of unique people who see your content. It also shows your impressions, and impressions are the number of time your content is displayed or shown by users. So again, we get caught up in thinking we don't have a lot of likes, but your reach and your impressions are probably more important, or probably most important actually. Impressions is how many times someone displays or uses it. So that's if they share it, if they save it, if they look at it again. And then reach is the number of people who are actually doing this. And then in activity, you can also see your profile visits. Finally, we have audience, and that shows your growth, how many people have followed you and how many people have unfollowed you. And then you can check out details about your followers, like where are they from, the age range, gender, and the days and hours your followers are engaged with your content. So take, for example, you post at 9 a.m., but your insights show that your users don't actually look at your content until about 5. Maybe to work with the algorithm better, you may want to post at 4:30 or 4:45 since your users are looking at your content at 5. Next slide, please. And then your stories, and this information here is just all specific to your stories. So again, with your stories, the insights you can see or check up on are your interactions, navigation, and discovery. So let's talk about discovery first. Discovery is the number of accounts that view your story. Just a reminder, you can find all of this as you look on to Instagram. When you look at your stories, it's going to be the bottom left-hand corner. You'll have the actual faces or icons of the people that look at your story, and then you'll have a little building. And it's the building where you can see most of this information, or all of this information, sorry. So again, discovery is the number of accounts that view your story. It shows how your stories are contributing to brand awareness. That's your brand awareness. And tracks how many people are discovering your story. And that's in that discovery page. Or if they're genuinely or organically coming to your page to look at your story, that's what it's tracking. And remember, impressions are how many times your story was viewed, and you can discover follows. So, and how many times your story is viewed. So take, for example, you may have 5 people that looked at your story, but say one of those people was really interested in their story and they showed it to 3 friends. So they came back and looked at your story 3 different times. That's the difference between an impression and how many actual people looked at your story. So people would be 5, but 8 would be your impression. A tip to try to get more discoveries would be to use those stickers that you see. Stickers make your story more discoverable because you can discover stories by stickers. So say you use today's Thursday, say you use the Thursday sticker. People can literally look up or look through that Thursday sticker and find stories. Or your story could be part of a bigger story. So take, for example, Instagram during COVID had that thank you campaign. And so if you use the thank you sticker, I believe it was like for a week or so, at 5 p.m., they posted everyone. You can look at the thank you sticker, and everyone that posted, it was actual like, it looked like an account. Everyone that posted posted for the day, people that posted the thank you sticker, those were all there. So everyone could see them. Next, we'll talk about interactions. Interactions are the total actions people take when they are seeing your story, including replies and profile visits. Interactions measures viewer engagement with your stories. So again, this is your replies, profile visits, your sticker taps, hashtags. Hashtags can increase your viewer engagement. There's a website that says that hashtags can increase your viewer engagement by 12%. So a tip here to increase your interactions would be boost your interactions by sharing a poll, a question, or an emoji slider. So take, for example, your nonprofit is about healthy eating. So you could put a post and have a poll like, do you like strawberries? And then people can react to your post or react to your poll. Then finally, you have navigation. Navigation is your overall completion of your IG story by showing the navigational actions people have taken away from your stories. So this isn't always the most positive news, but it's news nonetheless. The more back, forward, next, and exited means your stories aren't connecting with your people. So your stories aren't connecting with your people. So try something new. Try to, use different pictures or try to use different polling. If you always do a question, try the emoji slider. Feel free to explore and find what works for you, because at the end of the day, this is about your brand and promoting yourself. Next slide, please. So at this point, does anyone have any questions? Again, if you had questions about Twitter, feel free to reach out to us individually and we can walk you through that process. It's equally as easy. And Beatrice has put her email address on there, so if you do have the questions, you can reach out to her. Other than that, if no one has any questions, we are going to go ahead and close this down. And we apologize for the many interruptions we've had today. It just seems to be one of those days. All right, we thank you for coming, and we'll let you know about the next webinar series that we will be hosting when we're prepared to host it. Bye, guys. Thank you for coming.